everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about my hair. You've probably noticed that I've dyed it back to blonde, but instead of going to the hairdressers this time I decided just to do it myself at home. So I did say that I would do a video about it because I know some of you will be interested and want to know what I used and things like that. So this video is going to tell you what I did and how I did it and everything. I'm not a hairdresser, but I have dyed my hair before and I've had it done quite a lot at the salon, so I do have a pretty good idea about what I'm doing. But if you're not confident to do it yourself, I would definitely recommend going to hairdressers, or if you're not sure, I definitely wouldn't take the risk. But if you do want to do it yourself and want to know how I did mine, then just keep watching. So I'll insert a little clip now or a picture of what my hair looked before. I have sort of a naturally darkish blonde hair, and I dyed the top part of it brown to make it into an ombre because my hair was getting quite damaged from bleach, because I've had highlights for quite a long time. So I dyed it brown and it kept pulling sort of a really warm orangey colour. My hair has a lot of natural warmth in it and there's nothing I can really do about it. I try and tone it all the time, no matter what colour it is, to get rid of all that brassiness and that orange tones, but it is very strong in my hair, so I can never really fully get rid of it. So my hair pulls like a really orange colour whenever I dye it brown, which I just get so sick of. So instead of dyeing it brown again and building up all that colour, I decided to just go back blonde because most of my friends and family tell me it looks better blonde anyway, so that's what I decided to do. Prior to me thinking of dyeing it back blonde, I had been using the Bleach London washing out liquid shampoo, which is a really good shampoo to get rid of any colour build-up. So I've been using that for about 4 or 5 washes because I wasn't sure whether to re-dye it or bleach it or to try and just let it fade out naturally. So I was already using that. Once I decided to bleach it, I picked up the highlighting kit from Boots. Instead of getting an all over colour, I thought I would go for highlights because I think it's easier to do and it never looks even with a full colour anyway, so highlights you've got more control about where you're putting it. So I decided to go for the L'Oreal Glam Bronze kits. These come in, I think, 3 shades. This is shade 2 for dark blonde to light blonde hair, and this is shade 1 for light blonde to very light blonde hair. I haven't used this one yet. They were on 3 for 2 when I bought them, so I got 3. I've thrown one of these boxes away, but I kept one to show you. So the idea is I'll use this one next time in a couple of weeks maybe, or about a month or so, just to touch up my roots and things like that, and I'll let you know if that one's better when I use it. But for now I used this one. So the first time I bleached it, I used the kit, I followed the instructions exactly. You do get this little applicator which I did wash and keep so that I could show you. The mixture is pretty similar to any other sort of box hair dye mixture. It makes it up in a tube. You squeeze 3 rows onto this sort of wacky brush thing that looks like a strange fork, and then you just literally paint it down the hair. Now on the instructions it tells you it shows you like pretty much just doing the top layer. I didn't want that, I wanted all over highlights, so what I did was I sectioned my hair off. Pretty much the 2 front sections and the back section. I got my mum to help me with the back just to make sure I got it on evenly, and all I did was put this through. I put quite a lot on, I used the entire bottle. Normally when I've used hair colours before I do have to use 2 boxes. 1 box of this was enough to do all over highlights, so that was pretty good, but that's why I was buying 2 in the first place and got 3 because it was 3 for 2. I would say be very careful you don't get like big chunks of bleach. You have to sort of really brush it through to make sure it's even, because you don't want like little blotches. The first time I bleached it I did have a little blotch somewhere under here. Also I tend to wear my hair in a side parting. When I bleached it down the middle just in case I ever want to wear it in a middle parting, and also if you make any terrible mistakes on the roots then it's usually covered up. It did highlight quite well, but it did go quite very orange, very brassy. Now as I said, I do have a lot of warmth in my hair and the colour of this on the box is actually quite warm. As with any bleach it does need to be toned. So the first time I used it, I used the shampoo that came with it to wash it out, and I just let it dry and had a look what it looked like. It did look quite orange. So then I went in with a toner, and the one I used was the Scott Cornwall Colour Restore Iced Platinum Toner. This is for very light blonde, but the Boots I went to didn't have the ash blonde toner in stock, which is this one. This one is an ash toner anti-orange toner. This one is an anti-yellow toner. Now I've used both of these, both after the first and second bleaching. The more bleach you have in your hair, the more effective these toners are. What you basically do is you pop it on all over after you've used a clarifying shampoo. This was the one I used. It's just a sample I had from Birchbox. It's the Kebelo clarifying shampoo. So you wash your hair with the clarifying shampoo, don't condition, brush it through, and then you pop this on all over. It tells you for an intense treatment to wait 25 minutes. I've tried that with both just so I could review it for you. I used this one last night for 25 minutes. It did make a slight difference, but it's very, very slight. I used this one for 25 minutes after the first bleaching. It did practically nothing. I found the best way with these is to leave them on for at least an hour. But that's just my hair and the way it works for me. It might be different for you, so I would recommend trying it as it says on the box first, and then if it doesn't work for you, I would recommend trying it again and leaving it on for later. Now these come in a tube. They are reusable depending how much hair you've got. I find with the amount of hair I've got, I only get one use out of these unless I'm only putting a little bit on. I would say these are pretty much one use for me. They are really, really conditioning though, so they are really, really good to use when you have bleached your hair. I've used 2 of these and part of one of these on mine now, and it does such an amazing job putting the condition back in your hair after bleaching. My hair does not feel dry at all. It's probably in the best condition it's ever been, especially after being bleached. So I would highly recommend these if you've got brassy tones from bleaching, or you've got that dreaded orange tones and you want to tone it down a bit. And you also want to put the conditioner back into your hair. I used another box of this, another kit. I waited a week in between bleachings. Ideally you need to wait as long as possible, but the orange was really getting to me and I had to go out that weekend, so I decided that I needed to do it again. So I bleached it again. During that week though, it sounds really gross, but I didn't wash my hair at all. I just left it. I did use dry shampoo in it, but I did not wash it because I really didn't want to damage it anymore. And I also used a lot of oils in the ends, things like that, just to try and keep the condition, which worked really, really well. The second time I bleached it, you're supposed to leave it on for 45 minutes. The second time I bleached it, I left it on for about an hour, which is longer than it advises you to do. But when I've been sat in the hairdressers before, when I've had highlights, I've got that much hair that bleach has easily been on my hair for over an hour and it's always been fine. So I knew it was okay to do, but the instructions do recommend you don't exceed 45 minutes, but that's just what I did. And then instead of washing it off with the shampoo it gave you, I washed it off with my purple shampoo, which is this one, which is the Osmo Silverizing Shampoo. I buy this at Sally's. It tends to be a lot stronger than the ones you can buy in Boots. It's very, very, very purple. I used to use this to tone my hair when I had blonde hair before. And if you put it on dry hair for an hour, it will make your hair slightly purple. So it is very, very powerful. I can't really use anything else because I need that power. As I said, I've got a lot of warmth in my hair. But I washed it off with this. I then brushed it out without conditioning, went straight in with a full packet of this toner, which was fine. It really helped condition the hair, as I said before. It worked fine straight after bleaching, and when I washed it off, a lot of the brassiness had come out. It's still quite brassy, but a lot of it has come out, and now it's kind of like more of a warm blonde colour. It's not too orangey. There is still a bit more orange than I like at the top especially, but I'm definitely not going to bleach it again for a while because I think it's really important to take good care of your hair, and it can snap off if you're not careful. But in the meantime, things to help. Another thing I've used is the Osmo Violet Mask. This is again from Sally's. It's about £2. This is just a purple conditioning mask. It smells absolutely amazing, this. I think it's about £2. It's quite cheap. So I put this all over from the roots to the ends. Now if I wasn't trying to tone my hair, if I wasn't trying to put the conditioner back in, I wouldn't put it right at the roots. It does make your hair go greasier quicker, I'm not going to lie, but it does help to tone it and put that conditioner back in. So it all depends what you're going for, but I'd recommend using lots of conditioning masks if you are going to be bleaching your hair. Another thing that I use a lot, I used these even before I had re-bleached my hair, are the oils and sort of serums. This one is the OGX Nourishing Coconut Milk Anti-Breakage Serum. I use this every time I wash my hair for about the last 6 months or so. When I was blonde before and when I dyed it brown, I've always used this. It's just really, really good at taming the frizz and making your hair feel really soft and smooth. And since I re-bleached it, I've also been using a bit of the Renewing Argan Oil of Morocco Extra Penetrating Oil for Dry and Coarse Hair, which is this one. Both of those were from Boots. Another really good oil that I like is the Weller Oil Reflections. I got this at Sally's, you can buy it at hairdressers. This is a really, really nice oil, and it's one of those that you can put into dry hair and it won't make it feel greasy. So I have used quite a lot of that, as well, as I really don't want my hair to get in a really bad condition. Also, since I bleached it the first time and the second time, I haven't used any heat on my hair, I've just let it dry naturally. So yeah, that's how I changed my hair from sort of an ombre browny colour back to blonde. I'm definitely going to be keeping it blonde for a long time now. I'm not going back to dark, because I do actually think I do look better with blonde hair, and everyone else around me seems to think that, so I'm definitely going to leave it blonde now. But yeah, I will keep toning it, and I'll probably bleach it again in a few weeks or about a month or so, just to try and get rid of that last little bit of orange. But overall, I'm very, very happy with the colour and the results. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that some of you found it useful. If you want to know anything else, then just leave me a question in the comments below and I will reply to you. And yeah, I hope you find this helpful. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!